get to know you. So much to get through, body and a mind too.
Second date, I went to her place, made some curry, impressed her with my cooking skills. We watched like some weird documentaries that like sparked conversation. I felt good that, she trusted me enough to be at her place for the second date.
He kissed me on the third date.
Yeah.
Ja.
Ich glaube, der erste Annäherungsversuch, ich glaube, es war das 5. oder 6. Date, da waren wir wieder bei mir zu Hause, hatten wieder ein langes Gespräch, dann hat sich Charles irgendwann verabschiedet und dann bei der Verabschiedung hat er mir tatsächlich noch dann einen Kuss gegeben, hat gesagt, so, das war mir jetzt wichtig, gute Nacht und ist gegangen. Ja.
Cool.
Ja. Da wusste ich dann, okay, das wird was.
The hope is that your next first date will lead to other dates, and so on. But of course, that isn't always the case. Which is why it's super important to know how to deal with rejection, whether that's giving or receiving it.
I treat people how I would want to be treated. So I want someone to tell me in a nice way, don't be rude, don't be nasty, because you're not my person, but you're somebody else's person.
I like you and I enjoyed our times together.
Cooles Date und so, hat mir Spaß gemacht, aber für uns sehe ich da nichts einfach. Der Funken ist nicht übergesprungen oder ähnliches.
Hey, I didn't really feel it, or like, you're super cool, but, I just don't see this going anywhere.
Here are some examples you can send after an unsuccessful date. I've enjoyed getting to know you, but I don't feel a romantic connection between us. I wish you the best, though. It's been fun hanging out, but a romantic connection just isn't there for me, and I feel like you might sense the same. I'm open to being friends if that's of interest to you. If not, I understand.
The digital age is what makes ghosting a phenomenon of our time.
It's too easy to break off contact out of nowhere.
Now, they could be ghosting because they're in a relationship with somebody else and they're figuring that situation out.
You didn't mean enough to them to even just be like, hey, I'm just busy, or hey, this isn't working out.
Wenn man jetzt zum Beispiel sich erklärt, warum hat man denn kein Interesse, es ist einfach auch sehr viel Arbeit dann. Ja.
Pure laziness, just like, I don't know you, you don't know me, I don't really owe you anything.
Less confrontational, less conflict, clean, easy escape.
The most difficult thing about ghosting is just not knowing why. Like, they can just tell you straight up, hey, I just not interested, or hey, but they just don't put that effort in.
A very big room for assumptions. These assumptions can be true, can be false, and mostly they are false.
So then you start to self-doubt yourself. You say, what did I do wrong? What did I do? What is it about me that made you ghost me?
If you're in a relationship with anybody, romantic, platonic, whatever, there's a certain level of responsibility that you have towards this person's feelings. And if they can't respect that, then they're probably just not worth it.
Also wenn mir das passiert, dann ist es eher so, dass ich sage, okay, das ist passiert und so abgehakt, ja.
Just tell myself, it's okay, there'll be other people.
So, you've been ghosted? Join the club.
Welcome.
If you want to know the spooky truth, 90% of us online daters have been ghosted, so you're not alone. It can feel like people just vanish, completely out of the blue. And while there's a million reasons why people may ghost, all it takes is courage and emotional maturity to send a simple text, right? Remember, if someone ghosts you, it says more about them than it does about you. Overthinking that you've done something wrong won't solve anything. Take back your power and remind yourself that you deserve someone who wants to be with you. Mentally, you can even thank the ghoster for helping eliminate a poor communicator from your dating pool. Make way. If you're feeling up for it, you can even send them a message to inspire more maturity in the dating world. Something like, no problem if you felt we weren't a good match. For the next time, you might want to consider being respectful and letting people know where you stand. Best of luck in your dating endeavors.
One of the uncomfortable situations was that the date has ended by her telling me that she does not want to continue sitting with me anymore. So I told her, ouch, this hurts. And she told me, I know, I'm sorry. I told her, okay, fine.
Dealing with rejection is hard. It's hard. I dance, I guess, to kind of get my creative flow back.
Und wenn ich nach dem ersten Date, das ich selber gut fand, von dem Gegenüber zurückgewiesen werde, versuche ich dann nochmal ins Gespräch zu gehen und versuche zu erfahren, warum ich das anscheinend falsch eingeschätzt habe. Versuche es aber dann auch nicht zu persönlich zu nehmen, weil es ja nicht unbedingt auf einen Fehler von mir hinausläuft, nur weil der andere mich vielleicht doch nicht so gut findet.
Okay, scheiße, schade, aber es geht weiter.
Me and my friends, we have a thing where no matter what the situation is, like we're allowed to cry about something, a situation for 24 hours, got 24 hours, get up and move on to the next. You know, it isn't the end all be all. There's somebody else out there. So then, you know, you have to pick yourself back up.
Ken Page, the author of Deeper Dating, explains how around 90% of people we date won't even be the right match for us. When you start to think of dating this way, you'll realize that rejection is simply part of the process. Nevertheless, it's not always easy to deal with rejection. A missed shot on what you thought was the right ball can feel really frustrating. And past experiences can keep us from staying on the apps or going on dates altogether.
When I do stop online dating, when I delete the apps, I usually stop because it has taken a toll on my mental health and it makes me start to self-doubt.
Sometimes I think you can attach too much self-worth to how much engagement you get on the app, right? Like, are people liking me back? Are they writing me back? Like, how attractive your market value?
Ich finde es ganz wichtig, dass man die Dinge, die dort passieren, nicht persönlich nimmt. Es gibt Tage und teilweise auch Wochen, wo ich überhaupt gar kein Match habe. Dann war das einfach Zufall. Vielleicht am nächsten Tag habe ich vielleicht 5 Matches. Ich finde es wichtig, dass man sich daran selber nicht misst.
Ich schütze mich vor Enttäuschung damit, dass ich das einfach selber beende. Relativ am Anfang. Da habe ich, denke ich, den einfachsten Weg.
Wie groß sind denn deine Mauern, die du um dein Herz gebaut hast?
Ich glaube, das ist die Mauer um mein Herz ist, ich glaube, es ist gar keine Mauer mehr. Ich glaube, es ist wirklich schon mit Schloss dran und alles Mögliche. Da ist wirklich, ein paar Ketten sind drum. Schon ziemlich eingeschlossen, würde ich sagen.
Dating comes with a whole load of uncertainty. And while it can be somewhat exciting, it can lead to feelings of anxiety and insecurity. If it becomes too much, this can result in the temptation of quitting dating altogether. If you're avoiding putting the effort into your profile or messaging, ask yourself, are you being lazy or are you just afraid? Having a real conversation and not hearing back, now that's a real rejection, and a real rejection hurts. So of course it's safer to sit back and not open up too much. But by closing yourself off, you'll struggle to find something real. Find strength in your vulnerability and give yourself the opportunity to experience an authentic connection.
Yes, there are positives for going through heartbreak. You don't realize it in the moment. You probably don't realize it years after, but you grow as a person. You learn what you don't like. It takes a while for you to see the signs, but you then start to replay everything. You're like, wait, no, this has been a bad situation. So now I know that going forward, if somebody else starts to do those same type of things, okay, I know now, this can't work.
Ich glaube, wir selber wachsen nicht wirklich, wenn uns immer nur gute Dinge passieren und wir immer nur den einfachen, leichten Weg haben. Ich glaube, wir wachsen daran, dass wir auf Widerstand stoßen, dass wir auch mal auf Ablehnung stoßen und dann versuchen, uns zu arrangieren und möglichst liebevoll mit uns selber dabei umzugehen.
Look, rejection is always going to sting, but let's try seeing it from a different perspective. Let's exchange rejection for redirection. Stealing from Forrest Gump here, just like life, dating is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, and you might have to try a few before you find a good one. Redirect your attention from a few bad chocolates to feeling excited about the delicious ones.